Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video today, I just wanted to do a response video to a YouTuber by the name of TBLifestyle called Take Responsibility for Your Actions. Link to his channel will be provided below. Now in this video, the discussion, and I'm paraphrasing here, was centered around the fact that men and people these days like to pass off bad situations that they find themselves in as someone else's fault, whether it be financial troubles, living issues, or relationship problems. Now, the common thing to do is to complain and play the blame game like pin the donkey, when in fact, a lot of times, the first place and person who you should start off with is yourself and how you as an individual manage to influence the situation. Now, this is something which I agree with 100%, and this is something which, me personally, I try to promote and convey in my videos, particularly when it comes to the blame game, because in this moment, we are inundated with people and groups who are trying to convince everyone that all of their ills and misfortune in life is down to someone else or some outside force that is keeping them where they are and the current predicament that they find themselves in. Now, I'm not going to be completely dishonest and say that there are things in life which there are outside of your control that does play a part. You can't control the environment that you were raised in, the culture you were brought up under. You can't control the body that you were put into, etc. like that. However, once you reach a certain age in life and a certain point, particularly as an adult, that the world no longer cares for any of that backstory. And especially if you are lucky enough to be born in the West, in my mind, because this is the place where if you are lucky to be born here, there are so many opportunities available to you which were never available to past generations and even people across the globe, where people are dying to come across here, in which if you are able to take these opportunities, you can succeed like never before. So I always try and live my life on the premise that worry about the things which you can control and don't worry about the things which you can't. Now, this is easier said than done, don't get me wrong, and it's been hard to always adhere to. However, I have found in my life that a lot of the external factors that I used to complain about on the daily were actually influenced indirectly by the actions that I took, whether it be to either protect myself or at least put myself in a better position. It reminds me of that famous sporting quote that says, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." And by you putting in that hard work and that graft and making sure that you can come out on top, usually you always find that those people always seem to be luckier, or always seem to be able to get certain breaks in life, which you thought, how is that even possible? And a lot of times people don't realize the hard work that goes behind the scenes and things that people do to get themselves into situations. So when it does come, they can walk through the opportunity. Opportunities and doors don't always come knocking. You have to put yourself right in front of it to be able to get that opportunity. And that's kind of the outlook which I try and have in life, and something which I'll try and definitely recommend everyone else who's listening to this video have in life. And a lot of the outlook that people have in regards to complaining and the blame game, a lot of it in my mind, and this is something which again was discussed in the video, was down to youth and immaturity. Because, you know, when you are young in life, you always see as everything is being unfair to you. Life is against you in every way. People don't care for what you think or, you know, the future that you may have when it comes to jobs, cultures. You know, you see that so often nowadays with all the culture wars and how the younger generation are completely acting out in regards to what they perceive to be injustices that's going on in the world. But when you grow and mature as you get older, tend to find that you get a bit more wiser and you begin to take life head on, which is supposed to make you realize that, you know what, you can actually become the master of your own destiny. However, it does seem, though, that even the older generations, particularly my generation, seem to be stuck in this cycle of the blame game and blaming everyone. And there's a lack of responsibility that's been taken for where they are in life in regards to what they have done to directly influence the situation that they're in. Because it's so easy. It's very easy to blame someone else for the reason why life isn't worked out for how you anticipated it is. And a lot of times I think the reason why is because this is something which doesn't get spoken often enough, and it's something which I may do a video on, is work. In order for people to get to where they believe they should be in life and to be successful, you have to put in the work. And you have to be prepared to take a few bumps in the road to succeed. When you look at some of the most famous people in life, when it comes to Steve Jobs and when it comes to all these people, even athletes, the amount of bumps that they've taken on the road for their path of success, it's never necessarily an easy path that's taken. It's a very hard path. It's a very lonely path at times. And again, you will have a few wrong turns in life. You will have a few bumps. But that's supposed to make you stronger, make you tougher, and hopefully make you more apt to be able to stay in it for the long term, for the long game. But it seems like these days, especially, that the blame game is far too easy, and it's so easy to ask for someone else to do something for you as opposed to you doing something for yourself. So it seems as if a lot of people just don't seem to be able to try and take responsibility for their own actions. And by the time it does, unfortunately, it's sometimes too late, depending on what you're trying to do. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, whether you agree or not regarding taking responsibility for your actions. And again, links in the description below in regards to TBLifestyle's channel. I convince you all to sub to that brother. Until next time, I'm out.